Hey guys, Liam here. I want to make a quick video about when to stop following my advice. Well, when to take a break. And I'm in Chicago at the moment, and it is fucking freezing. I'm wearing the same pants that I wore in Bucharest, Romania, which is Eastern Europe. And in their winter, it wasn't nearly as fucking cold as it is here in Chicago. It is unbelievably cold. It's about -2, and they have all these weather warnings. It's literally, if you live in Chicago, you know what it's like right now. Outside, there's a gale force. I think it's like 40 to 50 mile per hour wind, and people. I saw this girl get knocked over into a building site, into this like those makeshift like screen metal, whatever you call it, the mesh, into those, fall over. It was pretty funny, but she got up, so I was in Uber, so I was like, "I'm sorry from a distance. That looks like it's shit, but it is ridiculous." I'll show you some footage. It's ridiculous over here right now. But back to the topic in the video, I want to talk to you guys about when to stop following my advice, when to take a break, and what happens when you take a break, and why it's okay to take a break. Lots of people, I talk in a very matter-of-fact way. I say, this is how you should do it. You should do it this way. You should do the fasting. Do it. Just do it. Do it, do it, do it. And I'm never going to change that because I know this way works. Check the comments in my videos. Check everything. Check my Instagram. But most importantly, check it for yourself and try it for yourself. So let's say you're trying it for yourself. You're applying everything. It's working. Maybe you've been doing it for 6 weeks straight. And you take a break off, or maybe in your eyes you slip up. You take a break off in 6 weeks. After 6 weeks' time, sorry, you go to a friend's party. You get absolutely smashed. You get McDonald's on the way home. You stay up until whenever. You drink whatever you want, like shots. Or like, fuck it, I've been so good for so long. That's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. So here's the thing. People ask me, I had a Skype call with somebody the other day, really drew my attention to this. And that is that when you slip up and you stop following my advice for like a day or a couple of days or even like a week, you don't send yourself all the way back. You just imagine like you're putting a bookmark in it. The aim is to get from page one, where you are now, or where you maybe were previously, all the way to the end of the book and close it and finish it. And then when tinnitus is gone, you just put that book back on the shelf and you take down another book, which is another part of your life. You can put that shit away. You don't ever have to look at my fucking face again when your tinnitus is gone. You never even have to hear my stupid Australian accent and hear me say good day, fucking shit and cunt all the time. You never have to worry about that again. So why the book? While you're still reading that book, that's the metaphor I'm going with here. If you take a break, let's put it this way. If you follow my advice for, let's say, a week or 10 days, you're not really going to have made that much progress anyway in 10 days. Now, don't get me wrong. Some people even get better in 5 days, but some people it takes 8 months. And there's variables in there too. There's always variables. But, if you take a break after 5 days, you're not going to lose any ground anyway. But if you take a break after a month, you've made progress. You put a lot of hard work in. So it's going to be very hard to undo that. So if you wake up, you're like, oh no, like I put so much effort in, I ruined everything. It's not like if you were a guy and you were dating a girl and you were going out for like 8 months and it was getting great and you were like about to move in together and you fuck her mum. That would be going backwards. That you can't rectify that. That's permanent. That's always there. Neither of you are going to forget that you did that. Not even the mum. Everyone's going to know about it. It's going to taint everything. And there's no going back, and you did mess everything up. It's not like that. It's not this permanent, you've never done permanent damage in the first place, and you haven't done permanent damage now, and you haven't even set yourself back. Now, you can set yourself back if you go on a 2-week alcoholic bender. You're going to put yourself back a bit. But what I find is it takes years and years and decades, most of the time, to give yourself tinnitus. But it can, most of the time, from what I've seen, it takes under a year to get rid of it. So think about that. So just from observing that simple fact, I imagine that it takes you could do 1 day of good and 1 day of bad, and the good will have a much more effect. How do I say this properly? The good day will have the good day will do more good than a bad day will do bad. Good English, Liam. Let's see. So once your tinnitus is gone, you never have to watch me painfully try to figure out how to talk English, right? So basically, let's wrap this video up. So first thing, it's cold as shit in Chicago. Secondly, don't be too harsh on yourself. if you slip up or you decide to take a break for a birthday or even a wake or a funeral or something like that. And thirdly, and this is a new point, be honest with yourself. If you've been doing it for 2 weeks and you like kind of been like not doing it properly and you kind of been like cheating and like you're still drinking coffee, are you even taking a break? Or are you just being a bit more lazy than you normally are? Be honest with yourself that way. There's no bullshit here. This is a bullshit-free zone. You can comment anything you want. You can swear, you can throw abuse at me, you can throw abuse at other people in the comments. I don't care. This is not a safe zone. I'm not going to disable the comments. You can say whatever you want, ask whatever you want. It's totally fine. No one gives a fuck. We're all here to get rid of tinnitus. As far as I'm concerned, we should all be working on this together. But there are some people who would rather see tinnitus live forever. And let me put a point on that. There are lots of people who, this is insane. It's insane. Some people have had tinnitus for 10, 20 years. And they would rather see that there's never going to be a solution for tinnitus. And they'd rather not know about a solution because they don't want to think, oh God, I lived so many decades in pain, sadness, and I lost out on so much of my life that I rather would have not known that there was a solution all along. It's like someone who got, let's say, wrongly convicted of rape or murder and they spent 15 or 20 years in jail. And let's say that I don't know how the legal system works that well because I don't know much about it, but I think they have a good behavior thing so we can get out early, and they find that there's new, evidence, and it's like, let's say it was me, and it's like, oh, Liam, like, we know you didn't do it now because you forgot to mention this one fact that would have dismissed the whole case, and you just be like, I just rather not know. Like, I just wish I didn't know that I could have done that. Like, I don't want to know. And people sometimes don't want to know that my stuff works because my stuff is so fucking hard. It's hard as shit. Cutting out coffee, bread, rice, pasta, fasting, no swimming in public swimming pools, no tap water. All your friends and family telling you you're a fucking idiot, telling you to deal with it. The internet, everybody you know, your dog, Jesus Christ, Buddha, Allah, whoever the fuck tells you can't do it. No one has got your back. No one has got your back, and I mean it. And it's hard about being in this online sort of world is that no one really has your back. All the tinnitus forums are just, even a good story. Read the comments. You can tell how fucking mature I am. Once again, once your tinnitus is gone, you can say, fuck that Liam guy, I'm getting back to my life. Book back on the shelf. So I always love going on those tangents because who doesn't like to hear who doesn't like to hear themselves talk, even though I can't speak English. So that's a bit of information about when you can take a break, and cool. So here's the apartment I live in now. That's just laundry and stuff. That's me, obviously. Look at that. See the camera here. Crisscross. Supplements that I take. That's me when I was a younger man. God, I can't even remember those days anymore. So old now. We'll get to that in a sec. But I want to show you the weather. I don't even know why anyone would care about this, but it's the bathroom. This is my place. This is Chicago. So if anyone lives in Chicago, please hit me up. I'd love to meet you in person. I really would. I met a few people in LA and that was absolutely phenomenal. I love to meet you guys face to face. Get ready for the wind. Oh no. After me. I don't know if you can really tell, but there's warning signs in street signs now. The private, it says warning, like basically don't go outside because it's so bloody. It's just ferocious. So you get the point. If anyone is in Chicago, please come and say hi.